Hi everybody, welcome to your qualifying round. Free video guide, Expert Division, Mountain Valley Tournament. We're playing on Eagle Peak with new hole locations. Please give me a thumbs up if you don't mind, it helps the channel a lot. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Remember to take some practice tokens or two, get comfortable with the setups here and tweak as you may need to for wind angle, wind strength variance, but also, more importantly, your clubs, balls and play style. Timestamps in the description down below. Best of luck, here we go. On this par 4 we find position with the quarterback, white ring touching the rough on the right at P3 max rest. Then we add spin, and that is 3.5 bars of top spin only. Then you switch to your APOC and sniper bag. Remember to pack the grizzly because we're going to use the min line on the approach. Adjustment here once you have done your spin setting and club swap is going to be max plus 20, and we're using power 3 numbers. Okay, max plus 20 P3. You shouldn't need any overpower even with APOC 4. You then center the ball and hit perfect, and this drive will be very consistent if executed well. Bouncing comfortably, it will roll up the slope, but it will not risk the bunker, and it will probably just roll back a little bit as well. You want to be in the region of 335 yards. Second shot, find the minimum distance line, add spin. We're going with half a bar of top spin and 1 bar side spin to the right. Then you count up rings from min to have the bullseye just over the last pixel of rough. And you want to have a small gap here between the left edge of the cup and the edge of the ball guide. So make sure you're over the very last pixel of rough. It will take you a few seconds to find the right position, but there's the gap you need. It's kind of a 1 cup gap between the edge of the ball guide and the left edge of the hole. So pause the video, get a good visual reference. Then we're going to play rings from min. I counted up 6 rings to get the position there. It's always going to be in the region of 4 to 6 rings around there. And we're playing here rings from min, 10% elevation. 6 rings up from min is 16% on the slider, so that's what I did here. 5 rings is, I think, 13%, so it's about 2 or 3% per ring. But get a table if you can. Final part of the equation you need here is circle drop over power, so make sure you are at the first point where the circle drops. Otherwise you will hit the rough too low. Sneaking in there for a nice eagle. We're going to play a rough bump here, however it is risky. You land very close to the edge of the rough, so it is not great right safe. So if you hit great right you will be in trouble. We're going with 1.4 top spin and 1.6 right spin. You might need to re-spin here though, and it is a weird spin amount, but you want to have a quarter of the yellow ring outside the rough there onto the fairway. Ball guide is just short of hole, pointing at the right edge. Pause the video. Like I said, it's an awkward position to find because there aren't any clear ring references or plus yards with this new pin location. So do the best you can, but you will see a very small sticky spot, but it is not to be considered a funnel by any stretch of the imagination. Mid plus 25, power 3 settings. Try and keep the wind below 8 miles per hour if you can. I've not tested this in high winds. Using sniper 10 numbers, but like I say, you can't see it on that camera view, but it is not great right safe, so be warned. Here I'm going to play fairly aggressively here with the extra mile, but first we're finding position with the quarterback, top of plus 8, clear ring touching the rough on the left, so all of the white ring inside the rough. Then you switch to extra mile and sniper, and I'm going with max top spin with as much left spin as possible. So max and max. It's going to be around 2.6 left spin, but always prioritise the top spin, and that's why I'm using the extra mile 9. Obviously if you've got APOC 7 or 8 you can go with that instead. Max plus 10, power 3, full overpower, slowish needle, 0.8 ball curl to the left. Precision ball is helpful. Minor great left was fine. I've not tested it with a minor great right though. So take that into account whether you weigh up whether you want to play this shot or not. Drive distance you want around 370. You want to get that glitch roll. Now second shot we're looking at the your turn plus yard. So it was plus 1 when the shot loaded. So that's what I'm using. Otherwise there's not really much reference available here. I go with 1 bar of right spin in this video, and I have the ball guide going to the hole. It just needs a little bit of a tweak though, because I missed this one to the right hand side, so you will need to put a tweak in on this one, but it's a good attempt from the left hand side of this hole for you to reference. +1, I played this one exactly mid distance, 15% elevation. My first suggestion of a tweak would be to tweak the ball guide and just have it missing the left edge of the cup, because there is a little bit of left to right element here on this wind angle, so that's probably along with the headwind just pushing me to miss short and right. But it's a decent attempt, just needs a little bit of a tweak there in this very tough wind angle. Going for a rough bump here. Before spin, have the yellow ring touching the bunker and also the rough, so the left edge of the yellow ring touching the bunker, top right touching the rough in both points. Then we zoom out enough so we can see the hole and add spin. And it's not going to be a fixed spin because it all depends what part of the rough you're in, but it should be approximately 1.3 top spin and almost 2 left spin. But you want the tip of the ball guide going to the left edge of the hole. That's the important reference here. Zoom in if you can. Now it's a tough adjust here because the tree might be in the way, so keeping the wind below 8 will mean you can pull this one whilst being zoomed in. Otherwise you're going to have to do 2 adjustments because you can't zoom out enough for a single pull. So mid +15, power 2, try and keep that wind on the low side if you can, using sniper 10 numbers, centering the ball and hitting perfect, subject to any wind angle tweaks of course. This bounces comfortably in the rough, we're not risking the sand or the fairway, and there's your reference drop right at pin for the hole in one. Berserker time here, going to go aggressive. Top of +25 with APOC 5 and 6, red ring touching the rough, the right side of the red ring that is. And then we're going with 2.7 top spin and 2 right spin. Now here you may need to vary the top spin depending on wind strength, so take a token or 2 and practice it if you can. APOC 4 you will be at P5 max rest with 20% of the red ring overlapping the fairway. Max +10 power 5 settings. APOC 5 and 6 you are going to push up 5.5 rings. APOC 4 you would need to push up 5 rings. APOC 7 you would need to push up around 6 rings, I believe. Max overpower, curl as shown. It's going to be a slightly shaky needle, but you want to bounce on the fairway, clearing the rough, and it's going to either hold onto the green for a putt, or you're going to have a very simple wedge for your eagle. On this par 5, we're going to go with APOC and sniper. 5.8 top spin, 3 right spin. P3 max rest with APOC 5 and above, APOC 5 and 6, blue ring touching the rough. APOC 4 you will have to stretch out 1.7 rings into overpower, and you will have 30% of the blue ring overlapping the rough. Adjust max +10 P3. If you've got APOC 4, push up 6 yards or 1.7 rings after you adjust. Then we're going with full overpower with half a ball of curl to the right. It's a fairly slow needle with APOC 5 and above, but it is going to have some shake on it with APOC 4, so it's up to you if you want to try a higher power ball or you just rework the drive slightly, but you should be alright with a great left or great right. Second shot, fringe check in line with the pin where the fringe meets the green. +4 is displayed there. Then we back up to the rough here, red ring touching the rough line, adding top spin as needed to get the ball guide to the hole, but we want to have a small offset here, so you will see I'll give you a zoom in. Going with 4 top spin, might vary with a great ball on the drive though, and you want to have the tip of the ball guide pointing to the right edge of the cup. Very important, otherwise you will miss left. So make sure you get your offset correct. +4 with sniper 10 would be +6 with sniper 9. Both of those instances you're going to play 40% slider, 0 elevation. For me that was 7 rings, and we're using sniper 10 numbers. Make sure you get that ball guide correct though. There is a little bit of an uphill slope up to the pin, but you should be getting close if not in here, and you can see there just trickling over the edge for the Albie. If you're enjoying the free content and want to help keep it free and support the channel here, head over to patreon.com/BK Golf Clash. Loads of different membership levels, all have the same perks. You get wind charts early, you get elevation sheets, exclusive content as well, episodes of my club guide series up there as well. So plenty to help you out as membership perks if you want to help support the channel. Here we're going to play with the sniper. We're going max backspin and 2 bars of right spin. With the spin added, have the white ring touching the beginning of the fringe and then move around and find the funnel. So look at the ball guide there. There's a point where you can move left and right. You'll see I just find it there. And you see the tip of the ball guide just at the bottom right corner of that light green square. Take a practice and try and find this funnel. Get used to finding it. I don't want you timing out here. It does take a couple of attempts just to locate it, but once you're in there, you'll be fine. Mid plus 25, power 3. For me, that was 10 rings. And then I'm going here with half a ball of curl to the left. And just before the circle drops as our overpower reference. Perfect ball. There's a really nice funnel on the top left of the green here, which we want to catch, and that we do. You can see it just grabs there. Are we in the funnel? Yes, we are. Falling nicely for the hole in one. Mid plus 25, power 3. Titan here, we're going to go cheap. Max top spin with the big topper and 1 left spin. Obviously, if you have a more accurate driver with full top spin, use it, but you want to aim with the ball guide in the middle of those 2 light coloured bushes. And you'll see the ball guide emerging from the rough down there. Now, if you don't like this shot, you don't like the big topper, then you can play an APOC max curl shot from the right-hand side to get you with closer range to the hole. The problem with this shot, and I will identify it now, just to be warned, mid plus 10, power 2. Great balls may struggle. I'm going with just over inner wall curl to the left. It's almost half wall curl. The issue is you may have a slight bit of overpower needed on the putt. If that is not for you, then dial in the APOC shot instead. But if you want to go cheap with a Titan and you don't mind a bit of a shaky putt, then there's an option. Awful wind angle here. We're going to go with a Titan. We're going to do eagle and run. Half of the blue ring inside the rough on the left with the quarterback at the top of plus 4. Then we switch to APOC and Cataclysm bag. Make sure you've got the cat packed, or the big dog. 5 top spin and 2 left spin. Adjust max plus 5, power 3 settings. Okay, max plus 5, power 3. Plenty of room to adjust here, even with APOC level 4. And then once we've made our adjustments, time to take our shot. You see I'm barely into plus yards there. And we're going to need some curl. And you can see I'm going with just over half ball of curl to the left, so about 0.6. And we are going just before circle drop over power. Hitting perfect, and you want to lay up here nicely towards the end of the fairway. If you want to go with a Kingmaker, I would reduce the top spin because you would have less wind push. So in lower winds, you might want to reduce top spin. Anywhere around 320 is fine. No need to push it ridiculously close to the rough. Working out where I am in club distance there, like I said, this is eagle only. I reckon I'm at mid distance. So I'm adding my spin there. 3 top spin and 2 left spin and aiming in the middle of the bottleneck there. Second bounce in the middle between the rough on the left and the right. And then I'm going to adjust mid plus 0. I'm not using any plus yards because all I want to do is get safely onto the green for an eagle with a Titan in this pretty horrendous wind angle, but at least it's out of the way nice and early in the week in terms of the qualifying round. Don't go with any curl here because any left curl you risk the rough. So just play it simple, no curl, hit perfect, bouncing onto the green, and you might get a bit of a roll back, but if not, it's still a very makeable putt for an eagle, and you're only spending a Titan on this par 5. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots, Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.